Hello, it's Andrea. Today is Thursday, June 28th, 2018. I just dropped off my youngest son at work. And I have to go to Goodwill and drop off some stuff that I'm getting rid of. And then I have to go pick up my dog's medicine, Sunny. Sunny, I thank you for the something, and Sunny. Anyway, sorry. I can never remember the words of that song. There's words I made up to it that are probably from another song that I just blended together or something. Anyway, do you do that? Do you like, if you don't remember one song, you blend in the other songs? Maybe it's just me. I'm going to go a different way than I usually go because I'm going to the Goodwill. So, some interesting things happened the other day. One of which is my husband called me on the phone and he said, guess what? Well, I'm not going to say it the way he said it. Because he said it for shock value, but basically his office, his division of the company he works for, is going to close early next year, early 2019. So they can either, the people that are working there, they can either find another job or they can move to an office in another city. I'm not going to say what city. I don't want to say what company it is. I don't like to get into that kind of stuff. It's a good company, though. But I don't like to get into specifics of that kind of stuff. So he and I thought this is our opportunity to really look for something down in Texas for him, to find a job down in Texas. And he's looking at a couple places. He hasn't really put his resume out yet. He's finished updating his resume, but and he's talked to a headhunter so far. He wants to get a headhunter that's specific for the area that we're looking at down there. So we'll see how that goes. But so we had to tell the kids. We told the kids, was it yesterday or? We told the kids Tuesday about it, and that we're looking to move sometime early next year. And they're all adults, the youngest is 22, and the oldest is going to be 27. Yeah, 27. So it's they all seem fine with it, they all seem good with it. But then that night when I went to bed, I was like, am I abandoning my children? I know they're adults, but I don't know. It's like, how much of the plans that you have for yourself do you change because of your children? There's reasons why we want to move to Texas. Like, we want to move a certain amount of miles down south for there not to be as big a difference in the winter time. The winter is really hard on me for my arthritis. And we like the South. Now, the Texas and the South are not the same thing. But they're both like slower areas. Like, the people are more relaxed and laid back. So they have like a nice tempo to them that's good for you as you get older. I think it's good for you all the time, but let's face it, we're getting older. And I don't mind flying, or flying myself or flying my kids to see me. I don't know. What do you think? Part of me feels like, am I abandoning my kids? But not that they need me around constantly, but I think it'll also be a good thing where, so here's the good and the bad, okay? Let me try and put it this way. So the bad things are that with me leaving is that I won't get to see my kids whenever I want to. If there's an emergency, sorry, this road is really bumpy. If they have an emergency, they won't have us to be right there for them. There's other people, they got friends and there's other relatives around. What else? I won't get to spend as much time with them. I said that already. And the positive things are, it'll give them a chance to be, they are self-reliant, but a chance to be more self-reliant, where they have to make decisions in a different way. You know what I mean? When Bob and I first got married, well, Bob was in the Air Force. He was down in Alabama. We're from Pennsylvania. I drove down there, or did he drive? I think he drove me down. He came up and we got a truck to move my stuff, and we drove down there. And, we lived down there for 8 or 9 years. Something like that. We were down there for a long time. We were down there for a while. We got married. We had all 3 of our kids down in Alabama. No family around down there. Now, we would come up once a year. We would try to drive up once a year to see family. And occasionally family would come down and see us. But we didn't have people to depend on day to day. You know what I mean? And I think something in that helps you become more self-reliant, So, there's that. And then there's also the thing of, I feel like it also models to them, look, we've had an idea, we have a dream where we want to move to Texas, and we have these plans and stuff, and we're actually doing them. And this is how we're going about it. They can see the whole process of how we do it. And I think that's a good thing too, right? See how I'm conflicted? Because I really want to move there, but part of me is I'm abandoning my babies. They're not babies, but I don't know. I don't know if dads are this way, but for me as a mom, I'm my babies. Part of me always wants to be able to give them whatever they want. I don't do that. But part of you wishes, I wish I could give my kids whatever they wanted or needed, but that's not good for them either, If you know anybody who's been spoiled most of their life, then you know what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. So that's what's going on with me, and we started doing some cleanup, and we're gonna we were already going through this process, but this has sped it up a little bit, because we have a definite time frame that we're looking at. So we're going to make a list of things that we need to do for the house, and then try to rank them, according to what we think is best for helping sell the house and stuff like that. So, and I'm trying to not just clean up stuff, but I'm trying to get us down to where we have a lot less stuff, because I don't want to move all this stuff. If I can get rid of some of the stuff, if I can sell it or give it away, we're going to say what furniture is essential to us. What furniture do we have to take with us, or do we want to take with us? I love our dining room set. I don't know what my husband thinks about it, because he always says he wants his grandmother's dining room set, but whatever. Maybe he's got memories from his grandmom's dining room set. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this stuff. But to me, for some reason, I take it personally, because I feel that's our dining room set, and I love, we spent a lot of time picking it out, and we were able to spend the amount of money we wanted to spend on it, and sure, it's got a little bit of stains in it or Mars in it, but we made those, or I don't know what's wrong with me. Am I too sentimental about a piece of wood? Who knows? But yeah, we're going through that process too. And, so that's what's going on with that. So I'll keep you updated on those things. And tomorrow is when we're going away for our anniversary. Tomorrow's our anniversary. 28 years of marriage. We were married on an Air Force base in Alabama in a very small wedding. So I'm gonna like take video throughout the weekend and like put it together. I want to do it in a fun way. Like, I kind of liked that way I did the other day where it was a really short video. It just kind of had scenes from different places, but I think that would be better than just having like a long drawn out video of every different place. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. It'll be a video experiment. Right? So what are you up to today? We had a storm here last night, and apparently my dog was not doing well, and I was asleep, or I don't know if I was asleep. I'm not sleeping well, but I didn't hear the dog. The dog was bothering my son and his friend. He gets scared of thunder, so he's one of those dogs that is afraid of thunder. He shakes a lot, you know. The thing is with my dog, I know that thunder's coming way before we hear it because he starts acting like he must be able to hear it way further away than I can, because it might not even look like it's rainy outside, and he'll start getting this weird shakiness and start trying to practically climb into my lap. And the only other time he tries to practically climb into my lap is when I'm not feeling well. Like, if I'm not feeling well, he tries to lick my head and sit on top of me and stuff like that to make me feel better. Which I don't think sitting on top of me would make me feel better, but I don't know. He wants me to feel better. So, I don't know. It's nice out today, but it has that look where it might storm again. Because there's fast-moving clouds and the trees, the leaves are all going, woo! Woo, the leaves! I have a question for you. See, I used to be a belly dancer. I studied under a pretty experienced belly dancer who did a lot of work. I'm not going to say who it is, but anyway, it's someone that, if you were in the belly dancing community, you would know who she is. And I danced in a troupe, and I was asked to, I wasn't a famous belly dancer, but I was asked to, this one restaurant asked me to work there, but I couldn't because my kids were too young. I didn't have time to go do that kind of stuff. But I have a question for you, because as a belly dancer, when I see hula dancing, a lot of the moves in hula dancing are the same, if not similar, to the moves in belly dancing. But hula dancing has a much nicer reputation for some reason. Like, if you say to someone that you're a belly dancer, they almost think that you're a burlesque dancer or something like this, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with burlesque dancing, but they think it's much more sexual than it actually is, which I've never understood. It doesn't seem sexual to me. It definitely doesn't seem sexual to my husband. He's not into belly dancing, but to me it always seems like a story, and like it comes from, like it's believed to come from the priestesses of like Egypt and the Middle East and stuff like that they told stories at the temples through dance, you know, and then it's just become some kind of sideshow act basically over the hundreds and thousands of years of its evolution. But hula dancing still has the reputation of, it's part of a tradition, and there's a story being told, and we're experiencing culture. none of those things seem to be associated with belly dancing, and I don't understand why. Maybe it's from movies, like movies in the 40s and 50s where they'd have a belly dancer and it would seem like some exotic sexual thing happening because nobody was showing their bellies or something at that time. I don't know, okay? I have no idea. But there's something to think about. You tell me tell me what you think about that. As my mind goes all over the place. Wow, I can't believe I've been talking for this long. So I'm almost at I have to go around back to drop off these. I think I'm dropping off stuff at the Goodwill. I think I'm gonna make pork chops for dinner. My husband was supposed to get the crock pot down this morning, but he forgot, so I got my son to get it down for me. So I'm gonna have to put it on. I'm gonna have to cook them on high. So I think we're gonna have that for dinner tonight. And he said new potatoes, but we forgot to get new potatoes. Hey, there's nobody back here. Am I supposed to ring a bell or something? Yeah, ring bell for service. Let me just say, wow. I just dropped off my stuff at the Goodwill, and the guy working there, his name's Craig. He had an amazing voice. I could not stop smiling. And I said something to him about it, and he's like, people keep telling me I should be in radio. He's like, there's a lady in here telling me I should be in radio, and my insurance agent's trying to find me a voice acting job. I'm like, oh my God. I would have recorded him, but I couldn't stop smiling because his voice was it was just like a voice that, I don't know, it just makes you happy just to hear. Like, it was amazing. Like, I could listen to him say anything. Like, he could have said anything. It was amazing. Anyway, that's... So, Craig, if he ever gets a radio job, he said he's going to do a shout-out to me. That's his first fan. I can't be his first fan, though. I mean, He said he's got daughters and stuff, so I'm sure they're his first fans. But he had an awesome voice. It's funny how something silly like that can make your day. Something so small as somebody else's voice, People are a gift, I think. If you want to see them that way. Not everybody's a gift, let's put it let's admit that right off the bat. But some people are. So anyway, I think I'm gonna get me some kind of giant beverage because I have to go pick up the dog's medicine. But I'll talk to you later. I hope you're having a good day. See you soon.